What is good, everybody? Welcome back to your guys' favorite podcast on the internet, wrestling podcast, Call It Quits podcast, episode 5, SummerSlam predictions. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good, fabulous day from a long week of 50-50 wrestling, man. That's all I'm going to say. We have a lot to talk about here today. We got some SummerSlam weekend finally here. Finally, we are here. So we're going to be talking about our predictions and stuff, what happened from Raw and SmackDown. We still have one more SmackDown, but honestly, we'll talk about that in the next episode before we talk about the SummerSlam, but that doesn't it doesn't really have matter to say there. But we have some big things looking forward to in this podcast, but welcome back, everybody. And we have our one and only co-host, Mitchell, man. How are you today, man? How are you?
Feeling pretty good, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? A little happy, a little sad at the same time. Mainly a little sad, but I'm happy that we're about to be around that time of SummerSlam. SummerSlam is literally this week, and I'm excited. I'm happy to watch it. I hope everybody else happy to watch it, and I'm ready to talk about what we had experienced and watch it. Yesterday and last week. So I'm ready to get it started whenever you are. I hope everybody else is ready. Let's get it started.
I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys have your popcorn. Get excited, get comfy, because we have a lot to talk about today. We're gonna be talking about Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and our SummerSlam predictions. And if we got some time at the end, talk about a couple other things. But let's focus on the stuff on the table here today. So let's talk about Monday Night Raw. We'll start from the top. Femi and Brock Lesnar weigh in. Great way to start the show. I liked how it started the show, honestly, but it definitely kind of balled us going into the rest of the show. Femi was the only person to weigh in on TV. And honestly, man, Oba, he's shredded.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's a big boy right there. He's shredded.
If you look at, it's funny that you say that, because you looked at his physique in the King of the Ring, and I mean he had a little bit of a gut on him, but now he must have said, hey, yeah, let me lock in a little bit, get the abs right. You know what I'm saying? And then when he weighed in, that man looked different, boy. He looked like he was ready, boy. And so, hey, I ain't gonna lie, he looked pretty shredded. So I think he's definitely ready for where he looks pretty good.
I say he looking like how Obafemi's supposed to look right now, but. Continuing on with the segment, Brock Lesnar playing the mind games on Obafemi, locking him in the cell, which honestly doesn't do anything, but that's here or there. But how did you feel about the Paul Heyman mic not working? Like, what was going on there, man?
I don't know what the heck they had going on. I wanted to hear Paul Heyman rant about how great Brock Lesnar is. Like he is. You know what I mean? He does the same thing all the time. But hey, I still love Paul Heyman, the best manager of all time. So I can't hate it. But it does suck that his mic was like tripping out. I was confused on why his mic was like tripping out. It was like, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to hear him, glorifying Brock, and I'm like, yo, okay, it's just gonna keep tripping out. I guess I'm never gonna hear Brock. So it was weird. I don't know. They had some technical difficulties going on right there, but I guess all that money. I mean, tell me all that money in advertisement they make, they can't fucking fix simple shit like that. They can't
fix that. Yeah, like come on, they got the THQ, they got the TKO monies.
They spending it too much on celebrities.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Oh man, but it was cool though. It was cool.
Yeah, nothing too much. It was a little cherry on the top, a little bow on the present. The seal off going into SummerSlam. I don't think it was really too much here to discuss.
Yeah, it's just more hype for the it's more hype for the build up that you're gonna have. Which, like I said, I told a few people earlier. I said this on the last pause that I'm happy for it, and I'm excited to see it, and it's gonna be good. I can't wait for it. It's gonna be a good match. I'm hoping that match is gonna be long. I want that match to be long. So I'm hoping that
they haven't said it.
Long match.
They also haven't said anything about the first hour of ESPN. So I'm just praying that they just forget about that and just we get on to what we want. We want big meat slapping on meat.
Exactly.
Yeah, not much to say about that. We'll talk about more about Brock and Oba later on our predictions. But let's get on next to the next segment of Raw. And honestly, if you just fast forwarded with your TV remote, you wouldn't have missed anything, because man, the vision Mitchell, I want you to get in on the division. Why do you think the people don't like division so much? Why do you think this is the case? I know my reason, but I want
It's a waste of space. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it's like I'm sorry. Like this vision stuff, and they got what they got going on. It's just not interesting. Like it's not interesting at all. It's not an interesting faction, and I think the only reason why people are like even talking about the vision because the only person they care about is obviously Braun Breaker. Like, come on, man, they want to see Braun Breaker out of this stupid behind faction and actually, venture off on himself. I want to see Braun Breaker spear the hell out of fucking Austin Theory and say, yo, I'm out of this, bro. I'm on my own thing. I'm doing my own thing because, oh my God, like, I am getting tired of this faction, bro. I don't want to see this no more, bro. Like, I don't. Austin Theory ain't doing nothing but just being Austin Theory like he was. Bro, Austin Theory is he's just another, he's just been doing, I don't know what to say about Austin Theory, man. Austin Theory, oh, like he's been in so much heel factions, and he's always been a heel. I've always seen him as a heel, and I've always seen him do all this heel stuff. It's getting boring. I want to see something new, man. I want to see them try a babyface turn on him or something, because he's not. He's not doing like nobody really cares about Austin Theory right now, man. Like this whole faction is just stupid. And what I'm hoping is that when Bronson Reed ever comes back, that eventually, finally, they lose the tag team titles and actually give it to somebody else. You know what I mean? And that's another thing, dude. Like, what's up with the tag teams, bro? Like, what's up with the fact? What's up with that, man? The tag division. What's up with that, man? Like, it's just been bland, bro. It's been bland, bro. I've just seen this junk every freaking Friday Vision. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? And occasionally maybe some other tag teams come and wrestle. But other than that, you always see the same people. Like, bro, come on. Can we have some new people come up and have some new bloods, bro?
I just
Man,
don't think they care about the tag team. I just don't think they care about the tag team division at all.
They don't care about the tag team division, and that's what's sad about it. And that's another thing. That's why I believe nobody really cares about the division no more. It's the same repetitive shit, and people are getting annoyed of it. And B, nobody wants to see Braun Breaker in this stupid behind faction. So I'm hoping, like I said, when Braun Street ever comes back, you know what I mean? They lose the tag team titles, and then whatchamacallit, Braun Breaker spears the hell out of him and gets the hell out of the faction and actually goes his own way. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I feel about it. That's just my opinion on it. It's not interesting. And then they added Max Dupree in this whole situation with the Alpha Academy. It's stupid, bro. I'm sorry. It's just bull crap.
It's not interesting to me at all.
No,
Honestly,
I'm happy for other people who are interested in it. Which what I mean,
I
hey,
want to know who that.
all the praise to you.
I want to know who that is.
I'm just saying, like, if you is interested in doing it, all the praise to you.
I want
That's
to
all I
know
gotta
who's
say.
interested in this because Austin Theory is worth nothing. Like, I'm happy they're using him. But he sucks. He's not interesting at all. He is nothing. He's a nothing burger. Zero. He's a donut. No value, negative aura. He gets no reaction. He's nothing. Like you said, this faction is only Braun Breaker. Only Braun Breaker because Bronson Reed's out. And everybody has their opinions about Logan Paul. And I will say, I actually like Logan Paul. I don't mind him being at least in this faction because I mean it's making him do something. Do I want him in here? No, I think he's better than this fucking faction. Actually, I think he's better than this goddamn faction. I don't think he should be in this faction at all. Like Braun Breaker, the Austin Theory. He's a nothing burger. So this faction is just a disaster. They had to put Maxine Dupree in here for them to have any kind of fucking anything because. Like you brought up, the tag team division absolutely sucks.
Yeah, it's
and it's not even like they suck. They have talent. They just don't use them.
They don't use them.
They don't fucking use them. They don't use them. And I have a prediction later in this episode about maybe a tag team coming back. Because the tag team division fucking sucks. So, I thought I was gonna say a little bit like more in depth with the Vision, but there's nothing really to talk in depth about them. They're just like they're boring. There's nothing here.
There's
Like
nothing going on with them, and it feels like this whole faction is kind of revolving around Austin Theory also, because well, Austin Theory and
yeah,
Max
like
Dupree.
it's like
That's what it feels
Austin
like.
Theory and Maxine Dupree. Like it's like they're
Yeah,
and
like
then Braun Breaker is befiddling like he's a sidekick. Like bro,
he's just a
Braun,
side character.
like what the fuck is going on here? Like they're losing the plot.
Exactly. Like, and nobody's interested in Austin Theory. Like the only time people got interested in Austin Theory just a little bit is
When he had the match with
they
John
thought
Cena.
that he exactly when he had that with John Cena and him feeling like he was about to turn babyface. That's probably the only interesting that most interesting that people got interested with it. Other than that, it's not enjoyable to watch, to be honest.
No, it's not. I don't want to talk about that many fucking more. They suck. All right, let's talk about. I don't know if you watched this match, but we'll talk about this nice, decent match. Javon Evans versus Rusev.
Oh yeah,
We're good.
oh that was a good match.
I thought it was a pretty solid match, man. These guys always put on bangers. Always
They
put on good
always
matches.
do.
The only thing I'm scared about coming up soon is Rusev getting time taken away because Big Cast is coming in now. He's returning next week. But so I have two questions. What do you think about Rusev in his time? Do you think anything's gonna happen with that with Big Cass coming back? And what do you think what are they gonna do with Big Cass? Pretty much, are they gonna make him heel? Are they gonna make him a face? Because he's definitely coming back as a singles guy now. Like you obviously like you predicted. So what do you think is gonna happen with this? And also the continuing impressions of Javon Evans, man, because Javon's Javon. We love Javon.
Javon Evans, I love this man, Javon Evans, dog. Like seriously, bro. I don't think some people remember that Javon Evans used to do TNA too. So like seeing him wrestle and then seeing him bringing all that talent to where he's at right now, and what he's doing in the ring, is just incredible. Like I think it's incredible to see. I love seeing this man work, man. Like I love Javon Evans. He's literally my favorite wrestler on in Raw right now. Like I every time I watch Raw, I can't wait to see Javon Evans. What I am really glad about even more is that he's on television. He's being used. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love that because like I said, like you guys said earlier, there's so many talents in that back and they don't use them. At least Javon Evans is being used, bro. I'm glad that he's he's on TV. I'm glad that he's performing for people. I'm glad that they're doing something with him at least, get him into stories and all that stuff. I'm just hoping in the future that they actually start slowly pushing him a little bit. Maybe going after the IC title. You know what I mean? I want to see him going for the Intercontinental. I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him go for it. You know what I mean? Which I hope like when after this match with SummerSlam with Penta and Chad Gable, whoever wins, I'm hoping that Javon Evans like, yo, I'm gonna step up to the plate. I want to be that next contender. You know what I mean? Whoever wins that match, I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? And with the whole Rusev thing, you know what I mean? Rusev, it's funny enough. I seen a video that once that match was over with Javon Evans and Rusev just immediately walked in the back in the back. So I don't know if he's getting tired of this. You know what I mean? He's getting tired of this repetitiveness himself, or they. I'm kind of curious on. I am curious on what they're going to do with Rusev, because with Big Cass situation and him coming back next week. I'm very curious on what they're going to do to him. I'm hoping they still do something to him. I'm hoping so because most of the time and usually when new wrestlers come back, the people who was like wrestling, like who's showing up on TV consistently, all of a sudden just disappear because then a return comes back. It happens sometimes. So it's going to be interesting to see on what's going to. It's going to be interesting to see on what's going to happen in Rusev, and if Big Cass is going to get involved into the situation with also trying to go after the IC title or something like that, or what they're going to do to him. You know what I mean? So I'm very interested into it. The match was incredible. You know what I mean? The match was literally the most entertaining thing on Raw. I enjoyed myself watching that match. I watched that 10 times over, and yeah, that's how I felt about it. That's how I feel about it. I'll definitely let your thoughts on it. I definitely want to know your thoughts on it.
It was definitely a good match, man. Definitely the best match on Raw, and only like there's, I mean, it definitely was the best match, like from start to finish. Definitely not the match I was on my feet for, but definitely the best match. Because I mean, we've seen Javon and Rusev plenty of times, but we know they're gonna put on a good match.
Oh, I'm talking like, as far as like a good. No, I'm saying like a good match. I'm talking about the best match. At least it's good.
Sure.
The one that interests me the most. That one was the one that interests me. You know what I'm saying? Like the other. Well, let me not say that. The Soul Ruka and the Raquel fight was interesting too, but the only reason why I'm not saying I like that match truly higher than what in the Javon Evans one
is because it was
because of
fucking
all the damn interference.
I was about to say the Judgment Day.
That's the
Judgment
reason
Day
why I'm
rules.
saying that. Yeah,
Judgment Day rules.
Exactly. Like that's the whole thing about it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this really did anything for people. Like, I don't think anything happened after this match. I think it was just a match, wasn't it?
No, it was just a normal match that ended, and it was a good match. Like I said,
it was just a normal match, right?
It was just a normal match. It was good.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure we didn't miss anything on that. Yeah, let's get on to probably the worst thing of the week. If there was a segment, this would be the worst thing on goddamn television, actually. Not even just WWE television. Real TV. This Joe Hendry and Danhausen concert was fucking horrible. What the fuck was this shit? You are cursed. I believe in you are cursed.
I'm
What?
gonna say this.
What are we
going to
doing?
say this, bro. I've seen a lot of bad things on television. I've seen a lot of bad things on television. I've seen a lot of bad shows. I've seen a lot of bad, I've seen other, WWE promotions and stuff. Oh, sorry. I've seen other wrestling promotions and seen bad things on that, cringy things on that. But I ain't gonna lie, this probably takes the cake on the worst thing I have ever seen in my entire life of watching any. It doesn't matter.
Anything in the world.
Anything, not even the world, just in wrestling.
The whole segment.
I'm sorry.
The whole segment.
Like it's in that category of one of the worst segments I've ever seen. Who's booking this shit? I don't think it's TKO and Triple H anymore. I think it's Vince. Is Vince back? I think Vince in the back, bro. Nah. I'm convinced Vince is in the back. Vince is in the back. I'm calling it right now.
Yo,
he's back, bro.
Is Vince McMahon back? Question mark.
Oh God, this cannot be TKO. And you know what? Let me not say that. Why would I say that? It is TKO and fucking Triple H doing it. It's just terrible. That was straight terrible.
And Ryan Garcia coming in. We don't fucking know.
Exactly. And then you got Ryan Garcia coming in, pretending like he's enjoying it, dancing around, and then grabs the guitar and hit Joe Hendry in the back. Just to say that, hey, you know what I mean? We got another. Listen, I understand. WWE had boxers in. You know what I mean, with Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson being in. In wrestling, being in wrestling picture before, and Tyson Fury. Yep. I know all that. They've been all that too. And Ryan Garcia is another boxer. I don't want to consider him a celebrity, but still, in my opinion, why would you add the only reason why I feel like this way, because if you look at all the other boxers and celebrities they add in, it wasn't as consistent on what they're doing right now. That's probably the reason why I feel this way on why I don't like the fact that Ryan Garcia is another guy who's involved, who's another non-wrestling guy who's involved into something that is just not interesting. And just like how this concert was interesting, I wasn't too interested in seeing Ryan Garcia join the Judgment Day. I don't care. Because let me tell y'all why. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I'm going to tell y'all why right now. Now, I don't know if those of you watch Triple A, but if y'all did not know, Omos had aligned himself with Dominic Mysterio. So at least what I thought, if they was going to have a third person come and get involved with this whole Danhausen situation, it will be Omos finally, crossing, coming back, you know what I mean, showing that, coming in there and boom, demolishing and showing that he is a part of, he's alongside with Dom now, you know what I mean? That's what I thought. But apparently, that's not what WWE thought. So they went the opposite direction and did Ryan Garcia. So, me personally, this is me personally. I hate it. I hate the fact that he's in it. The whole segment was trash. And well, that's not a personal thing. I think everybody agrees to that. But and it was terrible. And I am not interested in the slightest to see Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio at SummerSlam. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not interesting. It don't feel like a build. This feels like a comedy show building up to another comedy match. That's all I see it, and it's just stupid. It's just stupid, and I'm not interested in it. And I like Danhausen. You know what I mean? He's a comedic relief that WWE is always going to have a comedic relief, obviously, character in every in there every single time. You know what I mean? It's been like that for years. But with the situation with what's going on is that they're kind of forcing Danhausen and now they're forcing this song a little bit too much. Like, I don't know if you've seen previous, obviously, when it came down to comedic characters previously, they didn't really force, like stuff down the fans' throat. They'll show the comedic relief, like Santino Marella, for example. Like, he was a comedic relief, right? Everybody loved it. Everybody loved his jokes and stuff like that. They enjoyed it. But they didn't try to keep forcing it, or make a song and then try to make everybody sing the whole song and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if y'all, I don't know if maybe I'm not making sense.
I think it was just with the song. I think it was just Joe Hendry. The song was trash. I'll say the segment was trash.
And then,
I mean,
this segment is just stupid. Like,
yeah,
the song sucked, and
I also don't like how this segment leads into fucking like a third party from Liv Morgan and Io Sky. Like, they can't get their own segment.
Oh my god, bro! Oh my god,
like, they can't get their own segment. I want to I do want to say this though before I do get this off my mind. Well, your opinion with this with the Diamond Danhausen, I mostly agree, like, honestly, but I'm gonna disagree with not liking the comedic wrestling, because that's Danhausen. He is a comedic wrestler. Like,
he's a comedic wrestler,
and I think that's what WWE is trying to show now too. Like, wrestling doesn't have to be always so serious. It can be a comedic act. And obviously, Danhausen's not gonna be winning any fucking world titles or anything time soon. But Danhausen's matches are fun to watch, in my opinion. I get a kick every time.
I'm gonna rephrase on what I said.
I get a kick every time I watch their matches.
I'm gonna rephrase this. Comedic wrestling has always been a thing. Like I said, I mentioned a lot of comedic wrestlers before, especially Santino Marella with the whole snake thing.
And with Santino, I feel like with Santino too. If Santino is in this era, bro.
Oh man,
he's getting pushed more than Danhausen.
He's gonna get pushed way more.
He might be world champion. God damn it! This is WWE 12 Universe mode.
I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I didn't want to cut you off.
I do want to rephrase this before I forget. Now, comedic wrestling has always been around. You know what I mean? But what I meant by it is that, as far as like, we're going to SummerSlam. I'm talking about like. For me, it's just like, because SummerSlam is like the second half. It's like literally like a short mini WrestleMania.
It's the second biggest pay-per-view of the year.
Exactly, and it's like, I understand I understand the whole situation with Danhausen. I love Danhausen too. I like his comedic, and I like how comedic everything is. But I'm just saying, as far as like build wise, I don't really, and for you to get hyped for a match, I guess if the ideal for this match is for you to be happy, or I'm gonna say this, unless the ideal of how they're doing this is for only comedic relief, and they're just trying to be like, oh man, we're just really trying to make this match make a lot of people like a more of a laughing match than anything, than it being a serious match, then I guess. Which honestly, I think that is the route they're doing. But to me personally, I don't like it, because I'm not saying that it shouldn't be a serious match, but I'm also saying like, yo, we're going to SummerSlam, and this is a really cool, big pay-per-view, and I love SummerSlam. I've seen there's been a lot of serious matches on SummerSlam, and some comedic matches on SummerSlam also, but it wasn't that long, and it wasn't, it didn't have this much of a build-up, if that makes sense. Like, it was there, but it didn't have that crazy build-up. That's kind of what I meant by that when I was explaining it.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's just like, we're going to SummerSlam. I kind of want to see like more of serious build-ups and things, like, because the comedic wrestling and all the comedic stuff is always going to be there. That's my opinion on that. That's how I felt when I was explaining that.
No, that makes sense. I get that.
And then it's also just like, my opinion, a waste of a segment. It's a waste of segment, because why would we have this trash ass freaking concert while we can replace that concert with Liv Morgan and Io Sky building up this match?
Building up
Like,
their
I hope,
match, because they're not building
like,
up this match at all. They're building up their match through Danhausen and fucking Dominic Mysterio. Which I will say, the build up for this match, I just don't like the build ups they've been doing really for SummerSlam. There've been good matches that have been built up, which we're going to be talking about in the next two segments. The build up's been really good. There's some matches, but there's just been matches where it's like the build up, but there's no build up.
There's no build up, man.
Like there's no build up. Like I just like there's no
build
like
up, bro. That's probably the reason why I felt that way when it come down to this Danhausen and Rey Mysterio. I said Rey Mysterio, Danhausen and Dominic Mysterio situation, because I don't want to see that. I want to see Io Sky and Liv Morgan talk about this build. I want to see them talk about the championship. I want to see them building up this championship. I want to see Io Sky talk trash to Liv Morgan, say I done beat her before I beat her again type shit. I want to see that. I don't want to see that bull crap trash concert and then having another freaking either a celebrity or a boxer or whoever the case may be always third party and helping. Like, I don't want to see that, bro. Like, that's just I don't know, man. That's how I feel about it. And it's nothing wrong with adding celebrities and boxers into shit, but they do it so much that it's kind of getting repetitive, and it's just like, oh my god, bro.
No,
I don't know, bro.
No, I get it. I get it.
Mm.
Yeah, let's just not talk about this atrocity of a promo anymore. But
terrible.
Let's talk about a decent match, actually, and surprising win. Ethan Page versus Dominic Mysterio, and I mean not goddamn Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio. Ethan Page gets the win over Rey Mysterio, and I know Rey Mysterio is a 50-year-old man, but a legend is a legend, and that's a huge win for Ethan Page. Solid match too. But what do you think is next for Ethan Page? Because what I think for Ethan Page right now, I don't think he's near anything, close to anything, but he could be close to some things. And so, what do you think is next for Ethan Page? What do you think? It's path.
It's honestly, I really don't got an answer for that, unfortunately, because I don't really know what are their plans for Ethan Page is, because like I know that like they had him in the tournament and all this going on for the IC title, you know what I mean, and all that, but that was really it, and he's just kind of there right now, and I'm hoping that they do something with him, because I do want to see him do more. I do want to see him expand more or get into. It don't even have to be a mid card title. It could be just maybe, I don't know, he can align himself with a tag team or something, or if not a tag team, maybe I don't know, do something with him.
Well, I like their tag team with him and Rusev.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like a tag team with him and Rusev or something like that. That's what I meant. That's what I mean by that, or something like that. Or if they're not gonna go that route, at least have him, be in a good feud with somebody.
Yeah, just give him something, man. Give him some talent.
Just give him something to do that is interesting. And knowing that, right now, I'm not even going to talk about title positions for him right now, due to the fact there's too many other talents that's already, I'm expecting to be involved in it. But I do want him to be involved into it eventually. So I'm hoping that they do something to him, because it was a good match, not a bad match. Him and Rey Mysterio, I enjoyed it, and and it's good to see him out there. I'm just glad that they're using him also, because like I said, they haven't been using anybody like that lately, and if they have, it's just been the same repetitive people, and and I know Ethan Page has been, obviously he's been wrestling for a little while, he's been showing up on TV for a little while, but I'm just glad that they're still showing him on TV and are not utilizing him at all. Just like how they did for Royce Keys, for when Royce Keys got signed to the WWE, he hasn't been on television. Nobody saw him on television at all. Like, it's funny, Royce Keys was wrestling in dark matches before they finally put him.
I was surprised they even started using him.
Exactly. Like, I didn't.
Which I'm happy they are. I'm just surprised.
I am really surprised. Am that they finally is using him, because some people who don't know, when Royce Keys signed for the WWE, he was not being used at all for a good little few months. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good little few months, and all he was doing was wrestling in live events and dark matches. That was it. Those are the only two things he was like wrestling in. And then eventually they finally put on television, and I was happy. So I'm glad that they're doing something with Roskies, and I'm glad also Ethan Page is also showing up and getting them some matches, getting them some TV time. And I'm hoping that they do something with them in the future. But knowing TKO and WWE, we don't know. That's how I feel about that.
No, for sure. But let's move
That's
on.
definitely
Yeah, but fun match, solid. Hope to do good things with Ethan Page. Let's move on to the next segment. So we had the Usos coming out, talking about their blah blah blah. Here's your warning shot. And then you got the one and only coming out the crowd. Solo Dolo. Solo Dolo. And then he talks about what are you gonna do? Give me a warning shot? What are you gonna be knowing everybody doing this stupid crap? Man, Solo, I just want to go on a little minute rant about Solo. Solo Sikoa. This man, the last 2 episodes, man, he's in this feud they've been doing this. Royce Keys, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and the Usos and Fatu. Man, he's the biggest improved guy on this fucking goddamn feud. This whole match, this whole thing they've been doing. And actually, they've been building up this match better than half of the matches on the fucking card.
Mm-hmm.
They've been building this match so good. And it's a 3-man tag match. It's a 6-man tag match. And they're making everybody look good. They're giving everybody, like, it makes sense why everybody's fighting each other. Like, but Solo, he's made the biggest improvement in this whole feud. Like, from top to bottom. Him and his promos, like the just reactions, his aura is getting good, man. And I'm just happy. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping at SummerSlam, because I feel like they're gonna turn him heel, which is fine if they give him to the bloodline. But if they see what they have, make him a face and just keep doing what they're doing, man. Solo Sikoa is gonna go to the fucking moon, bro. He's gonna go to the moon.
Bro, bro, I'm gonna say this, bro. Oh my god, bro. I love Solo so much. I've always loved Solo, bro. I've always loved Solo. Like, Solo has always been my favorite guy, my favorite part of this whole bloodline situation they got going on. Even when he was in their OG bloodline, I've always loved Solo because, let's be real, bro. He's not a serious person, bro. He's a jokey person, bro. Even when he was in the OG bloodline and he was portraying as his, unhinged guy. But in reality, even when they had some funny segments, it was hard for this man to not laugh, bro. I love Solo, bro. It's hard for him to be a serious person. He's a jokey person. And I love that about him, bro. And this whole situation with him teaming up with Royce Keys and LA Knight, and how he's just straight up being just, oh my god, this funny guy, bro. I love it. Like, most of the stuff you said is exactly how I feel.
Like, they're letting him be himself. Like, I just think that's really good.
I like that. And then, even in social media, there's been videos of people saying, "Yo, Solo, how you doing?" And Solo just out there smiling, out there hugging people. Like, yeah, no, Solo, no. Not only that Solo should not. I'm hoping that they don't turn him in heel, but unfortunately, the reality is they will turn him in heel, which is sad. I hate the fact. I believe it. I believe he's going to get. I just don't see them not turning him in heel and making him join the bloodline. It's just how it is. But if they don't do that, and they actually keep him as a babyface, the road, the longevity, the amount of people, and it's funny. I don't know if people heard it, but people were chanting for Solo Sikoa when he was doing that promo yesterday. It was like Solo, so everybody was chanting him. Everybody loves this man as a babyface, and they want to see him stay a babyface.
Behind him right now, so I'm very
like the crowd is behind him. They love this babyface Solo Sikoa, bro. And then it's very interesting. And then what he did on SmackDown with the whole segment, with backstage segment with LA Knight and I'm about to say Powerhouse Hop and freaking Royce Keys, bro. That was a funny segment. That segment reminded me of the Kane and Hulk Hogan in the Rock segment backstage, bro. But Kane was out there came in the back and was just out there just talking, just making everybody laugh, bro. That's how that segment right there with the Kane and the Hulk Hogan segment, and then now the solo one. That segment was a really good segment right there.
That segment. That segment was on SmackDown, which honestly I was good. I say we could talk about that now, honestly, because I'm probably not going to bring it up when we talk about SmackDown. That was a pretty good. Yeah, that was a good segment. I really liked that. The solo Dolo. Giving off the Rock and giving off the Rock vibes, man. Like he's giving off Rock vibes a lot, and I know he's Samoan and he's related to him, but shit, he's there. He's got it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a good Rock vibe, bro. I really enjoyed this, and like I said, that segment was really good, and I want him to stay babyface so bad, but unfortunately, the reality is it's TKO and WWE, and Triple H is also involved in it. Let's be real, it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry, it's predictable, and I hate the fact that we're kind of nowadays in WWE, like a lot of things has been a lot too predictable. So like you can predict on what's going to happen, and it just happens. They don't do that much. They don't do too much of that was not predictable. I did not predict that to happen. They don't do too much of that. Everything you'll see is just all predictable, and it's annoying, but it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen. If they don't, it will shock me. But Solo, keep him as babyface. Love it. Not gonna lie. And then when LA Knight came out and made fun of, and another thing I liked it about this segment with the on Raw, when LA Knight came out, LA Knight came out and was mocking. It was mocking the Usos.
Yeah, mocking the Usos back in the day.
Y'all used to, do the dance. Y'all used to do the dance back in the day.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny, man. I ain't gonna lie, that was funny, bro. So, I'm actually this whole feud in general with this feud bringing up. I actually really enjoy it, and I can't wait to see it. Funny enough, it's probably that match. I'm interested in that match. That's one of the matches I'm interested in. I'm interested into the Penta and Chad Gable match, and I'm also interested into the I am interested into the interim women's champion ladder match. I'm actually interested in that too. I'm just I'm curious on who's gonna win that, and it's a few matches that I am interested in, and I can't wait for it. That's how I feel about it. I can tell you that for sure.
No, word up, man. Definitely good segments on SmackDown and Raw for those guys, and I'm very excited for that match. But we'll predict on that match later. We'll talk about one more thing about Raw. I'm honestly gonna skip the Seth Rollins playing the mind games with Roman, because another thing, cherry on top. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, but all it is with the Seth Rollins and Roman thing is just all nostalgia bait. It's all nostalgia. I get it. I get the whole situation with the Roman has to beat Seth Rollins, and I get it. But it's just the all nostalgia thing. It's the same thing y'all have not seen. It's not like y'all have not seen it before. It's the same thing. That's all it is. But what we are going to talk about is Raquel beating Sol Ruca for the women's IC title.
Yes,
and man, I'm gonna say this before before I pass it to Pinky. I'm gonna say this real fast. I am happy for Raquel, because not only that this is her first ever singles title that she's holding, but it also will elevate her and show and elevate her in heights, and also show on how she can, her holding the title. I think she can make that, the IC title big, and can really attract a lot of people. And I'm happy for her, and I am happy for it. But I also feel a little bad for Sol Ruca, but at the same time, I understand why they did that, and it doesn't hurt Sol Ruca not one bit. And you know what I mean? She's gonna go after the title again. I know she will. But I do feel a little bad for her losing it. But it makes sense. I understand, and I ain't got no problem with it. I'm happy for Raquel, and even though I hated all the interference in that match, it was still a good match. I still enjoyed myself watching the match. I just hated all them interference that was going on, and it's just like I said, this whole stupid behind story built up with Io Sky and Liv Morgan going through all interferences and shit. It's just stupid.
all
But
the other stuff really ruined the match, honestly.
that's really what ruined it for me. And plus, me personally, Raquel don't even need help. Raquel don't need no damn help
Let's
in
say
no match,
Raquel don't
bro.
need no damn help, bro. What the
Like
fuck?
Raquel don't need no help. She's a beast.
Let's
She's a
see, she's
beast
a
in that ring,
badass.
bro. I'm saying, bro. Like nobody can't mess with Raquel. So I really hate the fact that they keep interfering, helping Raquel, knowing that she doesn't need it. So especially against Sol Ruka. Nothing against Sol Ruka, but come on now, Raquel and Sol Ruka. Come on, man. But that's how I feel about it. I definitely love your 2 cents into the opinion.
Oh no, you basically just nailed the hammer on basically everything, man. Raquel, I'm very happy for Raquel winning that title because she deserved it. She's deserved the world title run for a little while. I feel like just like she's one of the underrated women in the division, man. Especially the Elimination Chamber. I feel like she was the MVP in that. I felt like she should have been. They should have been shot the shot on her turning on Liv Morgan in some sort. I feel like that's gonna happen soon because if Io beats Liv and Raquel has the title, Liv's gonna be like, you got a bell. I'm kind of acting jealous. Like, so I feel like something's gonna come up with their kind of. So I'm hoping good things come around with this Raquel title reign because she can make that title look good, man. And I'm just happy for her. I'm happy for Raquel. That blood made her look good too, man.
It did. It
Yeah,
definitely did.
you know
Made
what
her
I'm
look
saying?
dominant.
But yeah, let's move on to Friday night suck down. Suck it down.
Friday night. So yep, another not so good episode.
Yep. Just some blah 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 blah. But let's start off with the one thing I'm noticing, they're putting all the stuff we want to see in the beginning of the show. Anything we want to see, they're putting it in the beginning of the show because they put Gunther and Nick Aldis contract signing in the beginning of the show, which I love, man. And Gunther just talking blah blah blah, saying, "Oh, you're jealous," blah blah blah. The only reason why I'm not world champion, why I'm not fighting at SummerSlam is because of you. You're jealous, blah, blah, blah. But Nick Aldis stands up for himself. He's like, fuck you, Gunther, you motherfucker. You know what? You don't even want to be here right now. You don't want this. You don't want this smoke. And he's like, you didn't think that I was going to come up and want to fight you. You thought you was going to walk over me, do this and that and the third. No, goddammit, you're not that guy. So I'm going to show you at fucking Sunday, or I think it's Sunday. Let me look on my list. I think it is Sunday.
It's Sunday. I'm not mistaken.
Nah, it's Saturday.
Sunday.
It's Saturday. It's Saturday.
Wait. You talk about the SummerSlam, right?
Yeah, Nick Aldis is the summer Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, but it's night one.
It's Saturday and Sunday. It's 2 nights.
It's night, but he's this match is night one. But he's like, I'm gonna kick your ass Saturday. So I think that was definitely the best promo of the night.
It definitely was. I enjoyed myself watching it. He's like, bro, you gonna be known as the guy that get beat by a damn GM.
And then Gunther just whipped his ass after.
Yeah, exactly. And Gunther's like, oh hell no, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I can't take that, bro. Hell no. Yeah, that joke was funny, bro. And I can't wait to see it, bro. Like I've explained this in the last pod that because I really don't got too much to say about it because I've mostly explained a lot of things in the last pod with the whole situation with Gunther and Nick Aldis.
Yeah.
But I will say, like I said before, I am very excited to see Nick Aldis back in the ring, and this segment was really good. I love this segment. I love I loved how the feud was going on. I love how Nick Aldis was like I said, bro, telling Gunther like, yo, bro, you wasn't just gonna sit there and bully me like this back in high school or something, bro. Like, heck no, bro, I ain't happening, bro. I'm gonna stand up for myself, and I'm glad to see that, and I can't wait for the match. That is one of the matches I am ready to see, and it's gonna be good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy for it, and I hope WWE keeps going with like stuff like that, but we all know they won't. But it's wishful thinking, I will say that.
Yeah, this match has a very unpredictability. I will talk about a little bit more of like what I think will happen like during this match and like what's leading up next with this feud, but it's a lot of unpredictability. So
Yes.
Excuse me, my
This
God.
match is very unpredictable. I have no idea who's going to win this match, and that's probably the reason why I'm so excited for it, because you don't know what the hell is going to happen. So it's gonna be interesting to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, up next is the Sami Zayn segment. Him talking in the basically in the locker room in the backstage basically. Just saying what he's been saying the last couple weeks. This is bullshit. Blah blah blah. I should have a already guaranteed world title shot. Blah blah blah. And then Adam Pearce comes out of nowhere, basically telling him you got to fight at SummerSlam against the winner of tonight's match and the Fatal 4-Way match, which we'll be talking about later. But what do you think is next for Sami Zayn and the crowd reaction as well with him? How do you feel about Sami right now?
Man,
Because
I really don't got.
remember us talking about we thought he was gonna miss the SummerSlam card, which now
Yeah,
he's not. He's gonna be on it.
now
So
he's not gonna miss it. Like,
how do we think about this?
I'm happy because we, like you said, we was talking about this earlier, and especially me, on how I was explaining this whole situation of him obviously, not being, losing the title, being interim champion, not I said interim champion, being a transitional champion, and not him at least trying to go back after it, and him getting the opportunity and losing it. And I'm like, no, bro, please, bro, man, I at least, like, come on, at least have it do something at SummerSlam. And then this SmackDown comes up, and they talking about, there's a champion, contenders match maybe coming up soon and all that stuff. So you might have a chance still, what I mean, Fatal 4-Way, or whatever the case may be, still coming up. So I'm happy because he's going to be on SummerSlam. I'm happy with that because I was afraid that he wasn't going to be there, and I was going to be so upset if he didn't be there, because what, they're going to let him lose the title, a transitional champion, let him lose the title, and just boom, and disappear. Even some transitional champions still show up and then complains about, oh man, I wasn't fair what happened, and still get a chance. I was hoping that they didn't do that same, but they don't. They didn't. He's going to be in SummerSlam. He's going to, he still has the opportunity of going after the title, and I can't wait to see. But the problem is, though, here's the thing: Sammy is going to run into a problem. He's going to run into Finn, and I also want to see Finn go for the title. So Finn,
Yeah, the prediction
this
on this
Finn,
match I think is gonna be we're either gonna be on one side or we're gonna be on two different sides.
yeah. I'm not gonna put my 2 cents on it yet. I'll wait, but I want to see it, and I
Could be a
can't
good
wait
match.
to see it. And oh no, it's definitely gonna be a good match. Come on now, Sammy is a really good wrestler, and Finn is a really good match. That's going to be a really good match. Can't wait to see that. If it happens, as far as like a 1-on-1 with all that stuff, I can't wait to see that. It's gonna be really good. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy though. I'm very excited that Sammy is going to be in SummerSlam, and that's how I feel about it. I'm not gonna lie. That's exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah, definitely very excited for that match. And one thing I did want to bring up, there was a segment on SmackDown where Finn Balor not met, but ran into Gunther. That is
I
something
did
that's
see
gonna
that.
be going to keep it in the back of my mind. Gunther versus Finn Balor. That might be a next big rivalry coming in the next couple weeks. So
That could be.
stay on your eyes with that one.
Could be. Like, that was very interesting. But like, we gotta remember though, to be fair, WWE has teased us with a lot of bull crap before though about stuff, and it didn't happen. So I'm hoping that if they're teasing us, something's actually gonna happen. So we'll see. We'll see about that situation. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, I'm looking at the rest of this list of stuff. I'm trying to think like what to talk about, and honestly, there's a lot of things I'm probably gonna skip over. The Nikki Bella return. Fatal Influence. I mean, Brie Bella had a match with I think it was Laney Reed. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it was
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it was the other one. But
Jesse
yeah,
Jane.
no, the other tag team partner, the other girl. I'm trying to think of her name. Can't think of it. But I said,
Not thinking of it right now.
yeah, it's fine. But yeah, basically for Nikki Bella to basically come out and return, And they're gonna have a match at SummerSlam, which I'll talk about the prediction later. I don't think there's much to talk about there. Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton had a segment backstage, basically talking blah blah blah. Talking about the last time they were in the Money in the Bank. They both were on the ladder, and then Tiffany pushed her off the ladder for Tiffany to win. And then Chelsea basically telling her like well, I don't think she told her. They were just talking, and then Blake Monroe came into the segment, and then basically Blake saying, "I actually like you, Tiffy. Like she didn't and do what she usually does. She's been destroying everybody. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of nowhere and just beating the shit out of them." So, that was that with that segment. And I'll ask you, how do you feel about Blake Monroe right now? What do you think they're gonna do with her in the next couple weeks, especially after SummerSlam?
I really don't got too much to say about that because I want to see how this is going to progress. It's one of those situations where like I don't really want to put a full thought into it until
like something happens. Yeah, I get what
exactly until something that looks like okay, hold up, they might actually do this to her. You know what I mean? They might actually persuade us, or she might actually, you know what I mean, get elevated or whatever the case may be, type stuff. That's how I feel about that. That's why I don't really want to put my 2 cents into it yet. Definitely in labor pause, I will bring that back up and explain on how I feel. And even in this podcast, I'll explain on how I thought in the meantime. But for right now, I got really no 2 cents on it right now. I'm not gonna put my 2 cents on it, but later on, I definitely will, and I definitely will explain more into it.
Yeah, it definitely sounds good, and I'm very looking forward to see what they do with Blake Monroe. Chelsea Green versus Kiana James qualifying match. Chelsea Green wins, gets into the ladder match. And also a segment which I'm happy they're doing another segment with Damian Priest with a big star, Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes. Damian Priest talking about that the boys are sick and tired of seeing the same old guys get shots at big titles, being the big guys, blah blah blah. And then Cody basically saying I used to be one of those guys, and basically saying that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But how do you? I feel like Damian Priest is making good points though. He made good points to Punk last week. He has respect for you guys, but he's coming after you guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they need to do with Priest, man. He's one of those top stars, and I'm happy they're doing with him on SmackDown. Like they got to give some of these guys shots on SmackDown, especially with CM Punk being the champion. He has fresh new names to work with, so he's got plenty of them.
I'm gonna say this. I like that segment. I like that backstage segment, but I'm a little upset because I'm gonna tell you why. That shows on WWE do listen to the internet, because why the hell would Damian Priest say that? Let's be real. Why would he just say that? Why would he be like, I'm tired of seeing the same guy? Heck no, man. Hey, man, no way. No way they even would allow him to even say that freely, bro. So that tells me that TKO and WWE do watch what the IWC say. They do watch what we say. They do hear us. They like, oh, we don't give a fuck what y'all saying. We still gonna throw out this bull crap and show y'all, and maybe tease y'all a little bit and show that we hear y'all, but we don't care what y'all say. Like we gonna do what we gonna do that make more money, and it's just how it is. That just like they just basically played in your face, and I'm like, okay, buddy, all right, I see what they did there. I see what y'all did there. Like exactly, it's like all right, I see what y'all did there. All right. So y'all gonna play in our face, yeah? Y'all gonna tickle us in the stomach, huh? That's what y'all gonna do. I see how y'all feel, but it's crazy that they did that. I ain't gonna lie, it is crazy that they did that. So even if they did that, and then they're probably playing in our face, or they did that, or they actually might try something. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we got to wait and see on there. I hope they do something, because other stuff that happened on SmackDown, Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax qualifying match, and the nonsense and the WWE ignoring common sense with these interferences in the qualifying match. Why? Hold on. So let's start off. Let's go from the top. Last week it was fucking Nia Jax versus Jay Cargo.
Nia Jax versus Jay Cargo.
Charlotte comes in. Charlotte doesn't like Jay Cargo, so she hits Jay Cargo. But Jay Cargo wins the match, so she moves on.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair has a match with Nia Jax. Jay Cargo doesn't like Charlotte Flair because she attacked her last week. Well, more because this has been a A good building feud, actually, and but other than that, Jade Cargill beats up Charlotte Flair, but Charlotte Flair wins because she fucking hit Charlotte Flair, and then now she moves on.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that if you like the person? If you didn't like the person, you would not want them to go move on in the match. You would not want them to win, so you would hit Nia Jax and cost them a chance to go to the fucking match. You absolute stupid fucking cunts. You fucking morons.
It doesn't make sense because it's like, okay, you hate this person so much and you don't want to see him succeed. Why the hell are you hitting that person? That don't make no sense. Like, bro, if I'm not, bro, even past feuds like that, which is funny, like past feuds like that, when people like didn't like, when one of those wrestlers did not like each other in feuds, they usually hit the other person to make them lose the match on purpose.
Just smart. And then that's what smart people do.
That's literally the smartest thing to do. You do that, make them lose, and then build the feud from there. But instead, they're like, oh man, shoot, I hate you, but hey, I got you though. I'm gonna make sure you move on. I hate you though, but I'm gonna make sure I help you up, help you out, get there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I still hate you though, but I'm gonna help you out still. Like, bro, what, bro? That don't make no damn sense.
Yeah, it don't. It really don't.
It don't make no sense, bro. There's no common sense into that, bro. And that's just kind of how it is with, that's how I felt also with the Brock and Opa. When you know what I mean, that they didn't have no common sense. Let me tell you why they didn't have no common sense. I'm gonna say this just real fast so we can move on to it. I'm just gonna say this real fast. That didn't make any sense because obviously Opa said that, oh man, if I would have went for the title, Brock would have interfered. But wouldn't it have made more sense if he would have just already interfered when he was going for the King of the Ring, winning the tournament in general? Like, what? Like, that didn't make no sense on him. Like, it didn't make any sense on him, like, interfering when he's going after the title.
I think something happened behind the scenes with that for Opa to just be like, yeah, I just don't care about my title shot. I'm just gonna go after Brock.
Yeah, like, cause it's just not even that. It's like the fact that he's that, and well, it is that, but also it's just him mentioning that he would have interfered anyways in the title match. But he would have, but it wouldn't make any sense because he should have interfered in your fucking King of the Ring tournament. Like, it didn't make sense, bro. Like, it's common sense is gone, bro. Same goes with this Jade Cargill and Flair match. It's just Flair situation. Because they could
have just gave them a match at SummerSlam.
Exactly.
And then that literally could have been a match. And I must say, that could have just been a match itself, and they could have just let two other girls get a title shot.
Two other new talent go for it, bro. That's exactly how I feel about that. They would need to elevate new talent, bro, and that's how I feel about it. So, it's that whole situation with the Jade and Flair shit. That shit didn't make any sense at all. It was pretty stupid. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. Like you said, the common sense is just not there.
It just was no common sense.
No.
Yeah, so basically, other than that, the Cody Rhodes and Punk shit, it was boring, so we could talk about that. The Fatal 4-Way match, Finn Bálor wins, a lot of shenanigans, basically, but Finn Bálor wins, pinning Damian Priest. I think, honestly, to me, it's world title momentum, but we'll talk about that later with our next segment, which is going to be the final segment of the show, of the pod. SummerSlam predictions, here we go. We're gonna start from night 1, go to night 2. So this is gonna be our predictions for the show. I can't wait for this. This is gonna be exciting because I want to see what we can get right and see what happens. So, the first match, I don't think we're gonna be probably talking about less than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Fatal Influence versus Bella Twins and Paige. Fatal Influence wins. Honestly, I think Nikki Bella is going to turn heel on Paige. So Paige could go on and go to a solo run, or they could have their little feud. But I think Nikki Bella is going to turn heel, just so they can just move on with this. So they can just move on with this Brie Bella and Paige tag team. So the Bella Twins could be a real tag team. I don't think there's much to like.
I think the way I want to do it is like have her turn heel because maybe Jade. I'm about to say Jade. Paige and Bella got this connection going on, and she's a little jealous, and they turn heel on her so
Yeah.
she can have her twin back
Mm-hmm.
and something like that. And honestly, I don't mind it because honestly, I think I've always said this. I hated the fact that Jade got into this little tag team situation with her. Honestly, I personally didn't like it because I wanted to see Jade pushed as a good singles competitor.
Yeah,
I
Paige,
personally, I
right?
like
Yep.
Jade.
Yeah, I like
I
Paige.
like Jade, and I like her. I like the singles runs that she had, and I like her character. And I wanted to see a good one. I want to see her go after the title, or maybe go after something, or
Yeah,
have a good
because
feud
there's
with
people
somebody.
that she has names that she can fight now. Like she's back. You know what I'm saying? Paige is somebody that was very in like how AJ Lee was. Now she has people she could fight. You know what I'm saying? New names.
Exactly.
She could go right into that picture. Fight Io Skies. Fight Liv Morgans. Fight the Rhea Ripleys of the world. Go back and fight Charlotte Flair. Like there's people she could fight. Like you know what I'm saying?
And
She's
a dream match of mine is to see Paige versus Rhea Ripley. I want to see that match so bad,
yeah, that
bro.
would be a pretty
That's just
solid match.
me. That would be that's personal because I've always wanted to see Paige versus Rhea Ripley. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why, but I've always been interested in that match if that was going to happen. So we'll have to see on that. We'll have to see
Yeah.
what they do.
All right, next
But
match we're gonna be talking about the Usos and the Fatu. What were we gonna say?
oh, that's what I was about to mention. I was
Oh,
about to mention
okay, the Usos and Fatu versus LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Dolo. My opinions for this match, honestly, I think this could be a pretty solid match. Just based off the build they've been doing for this match. If this is not
it.
WrestleMania 2.0 with them honestly making the matches shorter, because that's the only concern I really have about with SummerSlam. They could probably do the same thing like they did at WrestleMania. They can definitely can. You know what I'm saying? This is a big time. This is a big time pay per view. Big PLE
Mhm.
for THQ for them to make TKO THQ. Oh my god, TKO to make money. TKO to make money. But
Yep.
I think the last time they understand that they can't do that, but just saying they can, like it definitely could be a possibility. But this is gonna be a good match. Definitely good build
It
up.
is.
Definitely
It
good
is.
people in this match for everybody to get their shine. And
Mhm.
the only thing I can say about this match, I just hope it's not predictable because I predict that just Solo's gonna turn heel and join the Bloodline. Turn
Yeah.
heel on LA Knight or Royce Keys or somebody.
That's what we both predicted, and I'm hoping that's not going to be the case, but we're going to see. Um, and it's hard to say that it's probably not going to be the case, but in reality, like I just don't see that not happening of Solo not turning on them because I don't think I don't think to be honest with you, I don't even though people love like all the fans love seeing Solo babyface right now and love to see what's going on right now, even though they love seeing it, the problem is that I don't think WWE. I don't think TKO and Triple H see him as a babyface. They just keep seeing him as a heel, and they just that's probably the reason why. Like, just don't I
Yeah,
don't think they see it. I just don't. Even though they see the fans cheering, they see the fans actually enjoying it. I don't think they personally see Solo as a babyface, and they're going to bring him back into this bloodline to make the whole bloodline even stronger. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, me personally, my predictions when it come down to it, I think Fatu's going to win it. Fatu and the Usos going to win it. I think the Bloodline's going to take it because of Solo turning on LA Knight and Ruskies. That's going to be the situation. I think it's going to happen, and well, we'll have to see on that one. I'm not gonna
yeah, I think that'll
lie.
happen. I think that'll happen as well. And the only thing I will say, I hope that if it doesn't happen, I hope Solo. You know what I'm saying? This gives some motivation for Solo for him to get into a different type of good feuds, man, and him go on a good
Yeah,
singles run because I don't want him to join the Bloodline. But if he does, it is what it is. You know.
it is. Yeah, it is what it
It's
is.
bloodline massacre. But
Yeah.
next match, this is probably the most other than the Brock and Oba match. This is definitely the match I'm most excited for. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. I'm gonna start with my prediction on this one. I'll let you predict on the next one first. But Nick Aldis,
Gunther versus Nick.
I don't think he's gonna win. I don't think Nick is gonna win. I think Gunther is gonna win. He needs some dubs, but
Yeah, he got.
I don't think Nick Aldis needs to win now. Like, I think him having a good match, you know what I'm saying, showing people that he can do this still. He could still be a good wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Because he relinquished his GM duties on Friday. And I think after this he can never be a GM ever again. So I think this is maybe him leaning into a wrestling role. So I hope to pray that he has a good match in Solid, because if he does, this is definitely a good leading point to him getting some good action on TV and shit. Nick Aldis is a good fucking wrestler, man, and you guys are gonna see that. You guys are gonna see that Saturday.
Yes, for those of you who've never seen Nick Aldis and in NWA
and Impact,
TNA, he was he was okay, he was a good wrestler. You know what I'm saying? He had a little bit of hiccups, but it wasn't as bad. He was still a good wrestler. You know what I mean? That's all it is. He was still a good wrestler. He was still a good person to watch. So I'm hoping this match that comes up, you know what I mean? He's gonna have. Let's be real. He's gonna have ring rust, but I'm hoping that he will wash it off pretty quickly and just shows everybody like, yo, I could have wrestled, bro. I was like that. So I'm hoping that it goes good for him. Because if it does go good for him, like you said, it will help him elevate him better. It will definitely help elevate him being more of a wrestler, and it will be interesting to see.
And he's one of the youngest people on the fucking card.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's not old, man.
Yeah, he's not that old, people. He's not old at all, man.
But yeah, I'll let you start off with this next match.
Next match we got
Liv versus EO.
We got Liv versus EO Sky. I'm gonna be honest with you. Man, if there was a build up, I would be more confident on what I would say I'm predicting. But I'm gonna be completely real with you. Yeah, I think EO might win this due to the fact that I honestly do think that they might eventually finally break up this whole situation with Raquel and Liv. They might do that, or they might do that, or they might go a different route, or different route, or whatever the case may be. Because we all know that obviously the Judgment Day is going to, Raquel will come and help. They're going to interfere into the match. What I think is that they might mess up and cost Liv the match, and then it might lead to something else. Like it might lead to a breakup or something like that. So that's what I'm hoping. So I got EO winning this. I'm very interested on what you think on your situation on this match.
I want EO to win, but honestly, I think they're gonna make Liv win. I think they're gonna keep blue balling us with this Judgment Day saga. I hope that what you said does happen with the Judgment Day accidentally, like something happening and costing Liv the match. But I just think they're just not gonna pull the trigger. I think they just gave Liv the title. They gave it to her for a reason, but they just don't want to do the storylines that they want to do right now because something's going on. So I just think they're just gonna give Liv the title back. They're gonna let her win and just make it waste her time. But I hope not.
Yeah, that's more likely what's going to happen. But in my fantasy world, I hope that would happen.
Yeah, your fantasy world. Your fantasy prediction is also mine. So.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm hoping everybody, comment down below if y'all feel the same way, because I'm definitely intrigued on what other people think, but I believe that is what is going to happen. Because I hope y'all know Liv is what now 100 days with the title and has 0 defenses.
So
this is her first defense. This is her first defense. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right, next up, Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell match. Man, this is gonna be a good match. I'm just gonna predict who's gonna win. I hope it's a 15-minute match at least. Something that we definitely are, something that we're not gonna miss, and something that we're not gonna forget. But I got Oba winning this match.
Oba is definitely winning this match. I don't see Oba losing. I definitely don't see Oba losing this match. I'm sorry.
There's just no way, bro.
There's no possible way that Oba.
If Oba wins, bro, no podcast next week, bro.
Like
if Oba wins, bro, podcast is canceled.
It's like what, bro? Like exactly, bro. Like it's just a must, bro. I don't like Brock is not like it. What the better question is that do you think that Brock will that be Brock's last match? Because I
If it's
do hear
Brock's
some
last match,
rumors.
yes.
But
I
I've
don't
had heard
know.
rumors of people saying that even though this is in Brock's hometown, that he might actually wrestle again at WrestleMania at Saudi
31.
Arabia.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I've been
So
hearing about that too, so I'm not too sure.
it's going to be interesting to see if this is going to be Brock's for real last match, or he's going to wrestle one more match again, and that's going to be at Saudi Arabia. So I will, we'll see on that. I can't. I can't. Me personally, I hope this is Brock's last match. I think Brock, he had an amazing career. I think it's about time for him to, take a break.
Yeah,
Well,
just he
hang
should
it
he
up.
should just retire at Mania, bro. But
Yeah, like it's his home. That I wish he would have retired at Mania. But if he's not, if he didn't, even if he didn't, like, even though he didn't retire Mania, I hope like this SummerSlam match will be his last match, and he'll be actually for real done wrestling, because honestly, Brock needed, I like Brock, but he had a good career, and it's just time to hang it up, bro. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I mean? But he only, he's only there for the paycheck.
yeah, word. I think so too.
Yeah. But so the next match we
Yeah, I
got
was
on the
about to say,
card
do you want to
was
do you
the
want to take the
final
floor on like how you feel about this
match.
whole thing? Because
Um, I'm gonna say I will put my 2 cents in it. Our next match on the card, it is the final match of night one. Will be Punk versus Cody. Obviously, I have Punk winning this. I do not see Cody winning this. I do not see him. I do not see Cody, winning at all. I see Punk retaining. The only thing I will say I am a little bit interested about is that will they turn Cody heel? I don't think they will. I think they might turn Punk heel. I've been hearing a lot of people on social media saying, "Oh, I think Cody might turn heel," but I don't. I've explained this on the last pod. I don't see this. I don't see Cody turning heel because because he's just too big of a baby face. Even though a lot of people don't like seeing him as a baby face, he's the John Cena. And so not a lot of people want to admit it, but he is the current day modern day John Cena, bro. It's as simple as that, bro. Like, a lot of kids love seeing him. A lot of people still cheer for him. You know what I mean? Like, he is the current day John Cena. Knowing that, me personally, I've never seen Cody as a babyface. I've always seen him as a heel, and I've always said that Cody is a really good heel. He was good when he was undashing Cody Rhodes, and he was really good when he was in the Indies, being a really good heel. But this whole babyface thing that they got going on, he's making TKO and WWE a lot of money, and people still love him as his American Nightmare persona. So I don't see him like turning heel. I think Punk is going to turn heel on Cody, and Punk is going to win and retain the title. If not, maybe not a dirty tactic, but I definitely think that I believe that Punk will. No, well, that's not a belief. I know Punk is going to retain the title. That's how I feel about that match.
yeah, I think Punk's gonna retain too. I just see no point of Cody Rhodes getting the title. I think if they give him the title, and honestly, I want to talk. There's another thing we could be talking about in this podcast, but I'll talk about it in the next podcast. But I think they're gonna be just if they give Cody the title, they're gonna just shove it down our throat. Like I just don't.
That's
I just
exactly.
don't see them doing that. And honestly, Cody's better as the chaser anyway. Give us feuds we want to see with Cody. I feel like we've been limited to what we can see with Cody Rhodes, like recently at least, since like he's won at WrestleMania 40. Like he's just been a main event. You know what I'm saying? But so
Mhm.
this is some time they give him, guys that we haven't seen that much. So I just think it's a good time, and it's gonna be a good match. I hope it's a good match. And Punk's gonna win, and Punk should turn heel. Fuck it, like Punk could do it.
Yeah, yeah. He's a good heel. So and like I said, I don't see them turning Cody heel. I just don't see. I don't. They don't really WWE don't really pull the trigger on a lot of things. So, and I don't see them pulling the trigger on trying to give Cody a heel run.
And
So,
I think they're just
well,
scared to like they're just always scared to pull the trigger on people now. Like I don't get that.
that's exactly the case. They're afraid of trying to pull the trigger on somebody. They'll be shaking in their boots if they try to pull the trigger on somebody. So that's how I feel about that situation. But moving on to night two, the next match, well, the first match of the night will be Penta versus Chad Gable for the IC title. Me personally, I'm hoping that they pull the trigger on Chad. I hope Chad wins. I believe that Chad might win. So I got Chad winning. And this is one of these matches where I wouldn't say it's predictable, but I will say it. I'm not gonna say it's predictable, but at the same time, but it's interesting to see if Penta would retire would retain the IC title. That's how I feel about that situation. But as far as just my in general, I think Chad is going to win, succeed on the goal that he wanted to go hit, and complete his quest. That's what I believe. I got Chad winning. What you think, Nikki?
Yeah, I hope they pull the trigger on Chad too. Like I feel like this is just like finishing his story, you know what I'm saying? Him going through all this. The only reason why he turned into a lucha libre luchador is because he lost to Penta. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's a full circle match. It's gonna be a good match. Good build up if you know the story. I think Chad's gonna win, but I wouldn't be mad if Penta win either because he's a great IC champion. You know what I'm saying? Great defenses, great runs, great matches he's
Mm-hmm.
putting on, putting people in good spots, putting good people, giving them time. You know what I'm saying? Like guys like Rusev, Ethan
Exactly.
Page, Javon Evans, those guys. So yeah, I just feel like Chad winning would definitely be good for him, just like in building his story. So I think that's
Yep.
good for him. But on to the next match. Trick Willie, Lemon Pepper Stepper versus the lone wolf, Baron Corbin. I'm gonna be fast with this one. Trick Williams is winning. There's no way Baron Corbin's winning. This is just another guy to feed to the dog in the lemon pepper stepping Trick Williams, baby. So yeah, this is just another guy they throw at him. And the one thing I will say, man, they keep throwing away Carmelo Hayes when it's almost time for the pay-per-views, man. Like I just don't get it.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, everybody in here. This is one of the match I'm not interested at all. Because I want to see Trick and Carmelo be a one-on-one match because I don't know if something happened backstage with Carmelo. I'm very intrigued because for some reason they just do not like Carmelo. He must have did something backstage for them to just not give this man any opportunities because how y'all gonna go from all right fine we'll give y'all a Trick and Carmelo build up just to be like oh Baron Corbin is back and for some odd reason he gets the title shot like what bro what type of shit is that man what the fuck we got going on dude and it's I'm sorry man I'm not interested in this match bro I'm not I'm very not interested in this match obviously I'm gonna watch it but I'm not interested in this match because I want to see Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams go after face each other with especially all the history that Carmelo Hayes and Trick had when it was in NXT. I wanted to see that be built up into this WrestleMania, the second biggest pay-per-view of all time. I wanted to see that. It would have been really, really good. But for some odd reason, I don't know what the heck Carmelo Hayes did, but they don't like him.
Yeah, I don't
They do not
know.
like him.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't like
And,
him at all.
and
I'm just I don't want I'm happy to see this match because I'm happy to see Trick Williams beat the shit out of Baron Corbin.
yeah, I mean, and that's probably some people probably excited for me. I don't really care because I didn't want to see a match.
Yeah,
I don't care about.
I didn't want to see this match either at all.
I didn't want to see this match, bro. Honestly, this match. I'm sorry, bro, but this match could have been done at a fucking normal ass SmackDown, bro. I'm just it's just a fact of life. This match could have been done at a normal match, bro. Like I don't care. I'm not hyped for this match. But as far as my predictions are going to win, Trick is going to win. I don't see Baron Corbin winning this, so that's how I feel about that. But next match we got going on, we have Danhausen versus Dirty Dom himself, Dominic Mysterio. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? I don't really know who I got winning this match, but if I had to say on who's going to win, it will be Danhausen. I think Danhausen will take the win of this match. I don't see Dirty Dom. Well, I do see that actually. I'm not gonna say I don't see it. I actually kind of do see the Dominic winning, but to be honest with you, I'm upset on what they got going on with Dominic Mysterio on with this whole situation with Danhausen. But that's a story. That's a topic for another day. I don't really got too much to say about this match. Like I said, it'll be a match that I'm going to be watching, and once in the next podcast, I'll put my 2 cents on it. But it will be as far as who's going to win, I got Danhausen. How do you feel about this, Pinky?
Yeah, I think Danhausen will win too. I'm just hoping that it's a good match to watch and get to laugh out of it. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be shenanigans
Yeah.
all over this match. So yeah, I'm gonna be very excited to just watch the comp. Watch it, you know what I'm saying? If you like it or dislike it, if you don't like it, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's there's not much to really say. We were talking about it a lot earlier. I think Danhausen's gonna win, but it's crazy how Danhausen's gonna win because Dominic Mysterio is our AAA top mega run, mega
Yep.
champion, which
Mega
is crazy.
champion,
So,
all that other stuff, and he has the whole potential of completely losing. So yeah, interesting, very interesting. Interesting booking decisions. I'm saying that.
yeah, for sure. On to the next match. We got Finn Balor taking on Sami Zayn, and I'm gonna say this. I feel bad for Sami.
Oh man,
In
no.
my opinion, I feel bad for Sammy because I think Sammy's gonna lose, but he could definitely possibly win. Like I could definitely see Sammy winning, and keep going on his quest to get back to that title reign. But I just don't see it. I see Finn Balor coming in here, showing him what's up, taking the win, getting the number one contender match. Finn Balor
Mhm.
has been on a clinic the last couple weeks since he's moved to
Yeah, he has.
SmackDown, and he's been
Yes.
getting pushed to the world title picture. And I think this is it, man. I think this is it for Finn Balor to get back into that mix.
I think so too. Honestly, we got the same opinions on that because I was about to say almost the exact same thing. To be honest with you, I honestly, Finn is going to win this. I don't see Sammy winning this at all. Because to be honest, I don't think they see. I'm gonna be real. I don't even think they really like see anything with Sammy or what to do with him right now. So yeah, Finn's definitely winning this. He's going to be involved into the. He's going to be definitely involved into the Punk situation. In Punk, when I'm just going to say this now, when Punk retains the title, he's definitely going to retain the title and go up and challenge Punk for the world champion. And I can't wait to see it. I like what they're doing with Finn. Finn has been cooking, and I can't wait to see what they do with him. That's how I
Yeah,
feel about
I'm very excited, man. Too can't wait to see what they do with that. I hope that Finn wins because that'd be very exciting and getting to see him do great matches and getting back to that world title picture
it. Yeah. Huh.
after years of getting fucking just shredded.
Shredded, bro.
Once you take the fucking pants off and put the little fucking wrestling tighty whities on, you get a little better, man.
But
On to the next match. We got the inner. There's one
we have
more.
the
There's
on to the
one
next
more.
match. We got the
There's one more
interim world.
qualifier. There's one more qualifying match, and it's Julia versus Lash Legend. I think Lash is gonna win that match though.
Got Lash winning that too. I do got Lash winning that, but I'm gonna explain more on that one. I feel as though we'll talk more about that one in the next pod right there.
No,
But
yeah,
as
for
far as
sure.
currently who's going to win is I think Lash is going to win, and to be honest with this, once the qualified match, once that match happens, and we're gonna see fully who's gonna be a part of it. Uh, I'm right now. I have no idea. This one I don't really got on who's gonna win because I don't know. I don't really got nobody because I don't really got nobody right now. I really don't got nobody right now that's popping on my head is gonna win. Maybe next pod, obviously SummerSlam will be ended by then, and we'll know who will win. But maybe next pod, I will say maybe I was thinking of that, but I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea who's gonna win, and I don't even have a prediction for y'all. To be honest, I'm sorry. That's how I
Um,
feel.
I have one. I think Charlotte's gonna win.
Think Charlotte's gonna win?
The women's match, yeah. It's either Jade or Charlotte. I don't see anybody else winning. I don't.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good match. I'm happy the women are getting a ladder match.
Yeah, I am happy too.
But I don't see anybody else in this match winning other than Jade and Charlotte.
Yep. I like it.
Would I love to see a Chelsea Green win? 1,000%. Would I love to see maybe a Tiffy win? Yeah, but I just don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah, that's not happening. Unfortunately, that's why I didn't even mention because I know it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah. On to the final match, the round table, the main event of rest of SummerSlam. We got Roman Reigns taking on Seth Rollins.
We got Roman Reigns versus Seth.
This is gonna be a good match.
It's gonna be a good match, and we should all know who's gonna win that match. This is another match that's going to be very, very predictable.
Just put your ones up, man. Just put the ones up.
I'm about to say, just put y'all ones
up.
Just
put the ones up, bro. Because Roman gonna win this match, man. Gonna be a great 5 out of 5 banger, but Roman winning.
It's going to be a really good match.
Roman keeping that title until WrestleMania, man.
But yeah, I don't see Roman losing that title anytime soon right now, and B. all the times where serious matches of Seth and Roman always happens, Seth has always won those matches. So of course, Roman's gonna win now. Like Roman is definitely gonna win, bro. Come on, man.
You think Roman's
gonna retire? For a small amount of people who think that Seth is gonna win, I'm sorry. No, that's
it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
No, he has absolutely zero chance winning. And it's all nostalgic story. It's based off the whole entire story. Yeah, no, Roman's winning this.
Like y'all think that Roman Reigns is gonna retire and not have a clear win, like a win that actually matters against Seth Rollins?
Yeah,
like y'all is crazy. So yeah, I got Roman winning. It's gonna be a good match though.
Definitely gonna be a good match.
I hope it's a good. Yeah, definitely no interferences. I don't see they haven't done no interferences in the last couple. Like I just don't see.
No, I haven't done any interference. Roman's been winning all his matches 1-on-1, which is cool.
Which is good.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for the SummerSlam predictions. I don't have none else to really say about just looking forward to the card, man. Looking forward to seeing how things turn out and everything. Do you have anything else to say before we get out of here?
No, not too much to say, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely love y'all opinions on a lot of the situations and the topics that we talked about down below in the comment section. Like I said, we usually post out. We do these every Tuesday, and then we get it out there as soon as possible. Post it on Wednesday and all that other stuff. Like my co-host said, you know what I mean. We got a TikTok coming and all that stuff. We will have that out for y'all.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. Everybody go follow the TikTok. It's called Call It Quits Podcast. I'll have the link down below in the description. Yeah, I have the TikToks. Go watch them. I'm gonna have it on Apple Music and Spotify. I just need a day to do it. I'm sitting here lazy, not doing it. But once I do that, every episode will be on there. So when that happens, I'll make sure to get it on there. And yeah, other than that, can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday when the episode's out for what happened with SummerSlam and everything. So I can't wait to talk to Mitchell about everything that happens and looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to everything.
Definitely looking forward to it. And to be honest with you, we're more likely probably actually might live stream Saturday and Sunday if you're available to do live.
I can do Saturday. I just can't do Sunday. Okay. I can do Saturday. I just can't do Sunday.
Okay, cool. So Saturday we're going to be doing a live action of it. And
yeah, we'll do a live reactions to everything. Saturday I'll be here. If you want to do it by yourself, solo dolo. If you want to do it Sunday by yourself, I want to.
No. I need a call.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go by yourself. If you want to, that's up to you, man. That is all up to you. You can take the reins. Right ahead. I say I'm just gonna have stuff to do on Sunday, so
I got you, man.
But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up with episode 5 of the Call It Quits podcast. I hope you guys liked this episode, man. I hope you guys been liking it, man. I can't believe this is the 5th episode of the pod, man. 5th episode of the pod. I'm really happy. I'm blessed. That's all I can say about it, man. But I want you guys to give me a 3 count, like the video, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Ring the bell. Go do it. Peace. Get out of here.